Hi everyone, my name is Xaiden Batista, and today I will be doing my presentation on influenza, commonly known as the flu. Influenza is one of the most common and contagious viral infections in the world, and it directly attacks the respiratory system, which includes the nose, throat, and lungs. It's ever evolving, so a new vaccine is produced every year to help combat against the new strains. And it can infect people at any given time, but the most common time is during flu season, which occurs during the fall and winter. And this is because more people stay inside with their windows and doors closed, which allows the virus to linger in the air and circulate throughout the house, which causes more infections. The virus can also survive longer in cold and dry weather without a host. People are more contagious 3 to 5 days after their symptoms manifest, and adults can spread the virus up to 24 hours before symptoms even show, and even 5 to 7 days afterwards. Children are one of the biggest transmitters of the virus, and the virus heavily depends on children because they have weaker immune systems, so it's easier to infect them, thus transmitting it further. So these are some statistics that I pulled from the CDC. And approximately 38 million Americans were infected within the last year. 18 million made or had to make a medical visit. 405,000 were hospitalized and 22,000 died. But the worst year in the last decade was the 2017 through 18 flu season, which had 45 million cases, 21 million medical visits, 810,000 hospitalizations, and 61,000 deaths. And if we look at these charts, this is the positive tests reported to the CDC. This was 2019 through 2020, and it's a relatively high positivity rate. It goes up to 30% and this is both type A and type B influenza. And this solid line right here shows the percent positive. And directly below it is positive tests reported to CDC during the 2017 through 18 season. And as we can see, there's a disproportionately higher amount of influenza type A infections specifically. And it looks like it goes to about, I'd say maybe 32% positivity rate. And unlike the 2019 through 2020 season, where it just kind of ends right here, the 14th week of 2020, this actually continues well into the 46th week of 2018. Every year, a new vaccination comes out that scientists think will help combat against whatever strain is making rounds at that given time, and these usually become available at the beginning of fall. The first flu vaccine was created in 1945, and the importance of getting a flu vaccine is higher this year than probably ever due to COVID-19, which can work together with influenza, and that experts are fearing may cause a twin pandemic, also known as a twindemic. Speaking of COVID-19, both viruses cause respiratory disease, and they have many overlapping symptoms such as cough, fever, chills, and shortness of breath. They also have similar modes of transmission, which are direct contact, infected surfaces, and airborne transmission through droplets and particles. And COVID-19 cases are expected, and actually are right now, to explode exponentially during this fall and winter season, and the flu can make it easier for infections to rise as well as transmit to others. Primary ways of prevention include receiving a flu vaccine, which anyone can do, is usually free with most insurance. This vaccine helps the body create antibodies from the inactive or dead flu viruses without harming the patient. Another mode of prevention is through education, which includes teaching people proper sneezing and coughing etiquette, which is in your elbow or arm, proper hand washing technique, and information about the virus, those who may be more at risk than others, and ways to slow its spread. Secondary prevention includes receiving a flu vaccine again, more education on the virus, which is pretty much the same thing that I already stated before, frequent hand washing, a healthy diet, exercise, and avoiding people who are sick. Tertiary prevention, again, includes receiving a flu vaccine, eating a more nutritious diet to help your immune system fight off the virus, taking over-the-counter or prescription medications, self-isolation from people so that you don't spread the virus to others, and seeking medical attention if needed. And these are my sources. Thank you for listening. Have a great night.